Seduction is a game most men never see. Clearly, most men lose with women before they ever open their mouths. And not because they're unattractive, awkward, or lacking resources, but because they don't understand the rules they're playing under. You've lived this. Meet a woman. She's warm. She's engaged. She gives you attention. You assume momentum is on your side. Then you start texting too much. You lean in emotionally too fast. You overexplain. You compliment early. And suddenly, something shifts. Her replies slow. Her energy cools. You feel the distance. So you tell yourself the usual story. I need better lines, better confidence, better looks, more money. That's not the real problem. The problem is that you're navigating attraction without understanding its mechanics. Attraction doesn't grow from predictability. It grows from contrast. It doesn't respond to need. It responds to control, specifically control over yourself. This isn't about manipulation. It's about perception, calm timing, emotional discipline, a quiet confidence that draws her closer instead of pushing her away. In this video, I'll show you what most men never learn, why attention is not desire, how men fail tests they don't know are happening, why emotional stability creates sexual pull, and how self-command changes the entire dynamic. Stay with me. This channel isn't here to soothe you. It's here to wake you up. Once you see these patterns, you can't unsee them. Let's begin. Seduction is a game most men play blind. Most men approach seduction the way someone drives without knowing traffic laws on instinct, emotion, and when things fall apart, assume they lack value. In reality, we're never taught how attraction actually works. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Seduction isn't about impressing. It's about perception. And perception forms before you say the right thing or plan the perfect date. A woman senses your internal state immediately, your calm or urgency, your self-command or need for validation. These signals are silent, but her nervous system hears them clearly because no one explains. This, men lose without knowing why. Consider this. A man meets a woman at a dinner party. The conversation flows. There's laughter and eye contact. It walks away thinking she's interested, but she hasn't decided anything yet. She's only noticed him. The misunderstanding becomes the turning point. He texts immediately. Then again, he offers reassurance and availability before attraction has space to develop. From his view, he's being open. From hers, the mystery collapses. Predictability replaces tension. Desire never forms. She doesn't pull away because he lacks value. She pulls away because he revealed too much too soon. Stoic philosophy explains this clearly. We are disturbed not by events but by our judgments about them. When you judge attention as success, you rush. Rushing signals hunger. Hunger destroys leverage. This blindness shows up in long-term relationships too. Men often believe intimacy is rebuilt through more talking, more explaining, more emotional output. But effort without restraint feels like pressure. Seduction is a game. Contrast: calm versus reaction, presence versus pressure, mystery versus explanation. When a man lets a woman's reactions dictate his emotional state, he hands her control. And control, spoken or not, shapes attraction. You see this, you stop chasing signals. You stop trying to secure outcomes. Begin leading interactions instead of reacting to them. This awareness is the foundation. Without it, no tactic works. With it, seduction becomes quiet, grounded, and controlled. Attention is not attraction. Attention feels good, but it isn't desire. A woman can reply quickly, smile, laugh, and still feel no pull toward you. Most men confuse attention for proof, and that confusion costs them everything. response becomes hope. The long conversation becomes certainty. And the moment a man believes attraction is locked in, his behavior changes. It relaxes his frame, increases validation, and removes tension. Attention stays. Desire fades. Attention is external. Attraction is internal. One is cheap in a world of constant access. The other is rare because it requires emotional contrast. Attention says, I notice you. Attraction says, I feel drawn to you. They are not the same. Attention reacts to presence. Attraction selects for value. A woman may give attention out of politeness, curiosity, or boredom. Attraction only appears when something shifts inside her. Men lose when they chase attention to soothe uncertainty, texting to feel chosen, talking to avoid silence, explaining to regain control. In doing so, they erase the space attraction needs to grow. Restraint is power. When you resist the urge to convert attention into reassurance, you maintain position. Space invites evaluation. Evaluation invites attraction. Do less but do it better. Fewer words, slower reactions, clear boundaries, calm presence. Attention flatters the ego. Attraction challenges it. The moment your behavior answers her curiosity too quickly, interest dies. 3. The fastest way. Men kill desire. Men don't kill desire by saying the wrong thing. They kill it by trying to secure it too early. The moment a man chases certainty, he drains. The tension attraction feeds on. Interest appears. He panics internally. He explains how he feels. He pushes for clarity. He overinvests emotionally. What he experiences as connection, she feels as pressure. Desire needs uncertainty. Remove it too soon and emotional investment disappears. This happens in dating and marriage alike. When men respond to distance with more hooking, more explaining, more reassurance, they add emotional weight. Desire fades under weight. Desire isn't convinced. It's allowed. The more you try to manage it, the faster it disappears. Men who preserve desire respond without chasing. They express interest without oversharing. They allow silence. They let moments breathe. The emotional state doesn't swing with every interaction. That steadiness keeps attraction alive. Stop trying to lock things down. Let curiosity unfold. You stop securing attraction, you become attractive again. For attraction grows from contrast, not effort. Most men get this backward. Attraction doesn't grow because you do more. It grows because you do. Contrast shows up in rhythm. Engage, then return to your life. Show interest, then withdraw. Cleanly. Anticipation feeds desire. Chasing outcomes suffocates it. Isn't about being cold. It's about proportion. Stop asking how much more to give. Ask where contrast disappeared. Stop validating her and watch the validation feels kind, but excessive validation flattens attraction. When approval is automatic, it loses value. When it's constant, signals need. Men compliment too early, agree too often, reassure before investment exists. They believe validation builds connection. Instead, it removes tension and flips the power dynamic. Validation matters only when it's selective. When approval must be earned, it carries weight. When it's free, it means nothing. Stop validating to be liked. Validate what aligns with your standards. Approval rooted in values regains power. When you pause before complimenting, listen without fixing, and observe instead of rewarding, her investment increases. 6. The power of controlled ambiguity. Most men overshare because they're uncomfortable with uncertainty. Explain intentions too early. Define everything. They rush clarity. Doing so, they destroy curiosity. Controlled ambiguity isn't manipulation. It's restraint. It's pacing truth, instead of dumping it. When everything about you is obvious, her mind rests. Attraction fades. Curiosity requires. When she can't fully read your emotional position, her mind fills the gaps. That mental effort creates attachment. Strong attraction survives. Weak attraction needs constant explanation. Speak clearly but briefly. Show interest, then return to your life. Let time do what explanations can't. 7. Emotional stability is the real turn. Emotional stability isn't boring. It's rare. It's the ability to stay centered regardless of her behavior. Warmth doesn't inflate you. Distance doesn't panic you. That steadiness creates trust mixed with desire. Emotionally reactive men create noise. Stable men create safety. This doesn't mean suppressing emotion. It means regulating it. When your emotional world doesn't depend on her reactions, she relaxes. Desire follows. Especially as men age, attraction shifts from excitement to grounded presence. Stability becomes erotic. 8. Women test you without saying a word. Tests aren't insults. They're silent evaluations. She watches how you handle pressure, delay, disagreement, and uncertainty. Not what you say, how you respond. Delayed replies, changed plans, teasing comments, silence. These moments introduce strain. Your reaction reveals self-command or fragility. Men fail by over-explaining, defending, or seeking reassurance. Passing a test doesn't mean pleasing her. It means remaining yourself under pressure. Calm presence passes tests. Panic fails them. 9. Soft dominance that makes you sexually. Soft dominance isn't force. Quiet authority. It's decisiveness. Without explanation. Leadership without pressure. Men who seek approval hesitate. Hesitation kills polarity. Soft dominance moves forward calmly. Listens then leads. This presence is felt through pacing, eye contact, pauses, and emotional steadiness. Don't need to announce control. Embody it. Tint. The one shift that changes everything. The game changes when you stop trying to create attraction and start governing yourself. Seduction isn't something you do to someone. It's a byproduct of self-command. When you no longer need outcomes, your behavior settles. Presence gains weight. Every principle here points to one core. Discipline over need. Leadership over approval. Calm over reaction. Stop asking how do I make her feel something? Start asking am I acting from discipline or from hunger? That shift changes everything. Attraction follows alignment always. Conclusion. Seduction isn't about tricks or tactics. It's about perception, restraint, emotional control, and leadership. When you stop chasing reactions and start governing yourself, the dynamic transforms. You become grounded, steady, and unmistakably felt. That's the real lesson. See the game clearly and stop playing it blind.